And now, ladies and gentlemen, Cecil County in the world, once again, the legend himself, Dave Reed. Welcome to Cecil TV, Dave.
Legend.
Well, you are now, because I just said it. I
know
cannot
about
tell
that.
a lie. I saw you yesterday at the Freedom Hills Christmas with the Ponies.
Yep.
We were both playing a little music,
Yep.
having a wonderful time to a big, big crowd.
It was a good crowd.
And I popped the question to Dave. I said, how would you like to be on TV? And he was so agreeable.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
here you are.
Yep.
Welcome once again.
Thank you
You
for
gonna play
having
some
me.
songs for us?
Yes, indeedy.
And we were talking earlier. We were talking about your mom, Ola Bell Reed, and what a legend she was in the county.
Phew, big time.
And now you're the son of a legend. A legend in your own right.
Yeah, well, like I said,
Tell our viewers first off about your new project covering your work and your mom's work.
okay. Well, I want to do a project on my mother, and it's going to be phase one. Phase one is going to be with me singing and with the guitar. And it's going to be my songs and my mother's songs kind of mixed together. And phase two is going to have the same thing, but I'm going to put the rest of the music to those songs. Phase three is going to be me talking about my mom. Probably just going to go like back, as far back as I could remember, talking about her and her music and her songwriting and her effect on mankind and womankind. So yeah, that's what I'm wanting to do. I've been working on that for about the last 4 or 5 years.
Awesome. You know, nothing's easy, is it?
Easy, no.
You've been working on that for 4 or 5 years, but you've been playing for how many years?
Since 1965.
Wow.
So that gives away my age.
Well, you know
Yeah.
what? People can start when they're like prodigies, as such as yourself, can start when they're like 2.
I know. I don't
amazing.
go back that far, but it's
So
far
how
enough.
did you get started? Did your mom give you a guitar? Or?
Nope. One day I just happened to. Let me see if I could get started. I'll get started on this thing on the right foot. One day I just picked up like an electric guitar, and it was at our house, and it was my brother's guitar, and he had a little old K amplifier, and he wasn't there. So what I did, I said, I'm going to have me some fun. So I turned on the amplifier, and I started playing around with it a little bit. And then I made up a tune. I can't remember how it went. And I thought, wow, I finally found something that I could do. So from then on, I started playing the rock music. I wanted to play the rock music because I liked it the most. So the next thing you know, we got a band about 3 or 4 years later, and golly day, we played the Jimi Hendrix stuff, and we played, many Led Zeppelin stuff, Creedence Clearwater Revival, way back. And we had kind of a half-decent band. So we were right above their dinner table. And we were up and jamming and everything. And, and I remember somebody asked Mom, how do you put up with all that noise? And Mom said, what noise? I thought that was a pretty good one. So, yeah, golly day. And then I started playing bluegrass. I was at Campbell's Corner. I don't know if you all know what I'm talking about or not. Campbell's Corner was a grocery store that my mother and her brother ran from 1960 through 1969. And I was watching them there in the back, and this young boy that played the banjo, he picked up the guitar and he started doing a whole bunch of these G runs. And I thought, I'm going to see if I can do it just for the fun of it. I just want to have a little bit of fun. So I took a guitar off the wall and started trying to imitate him some, And then the next thing you know, Mom happened to have her banjo. This was 1969. I'll never forget this. And Mom happened to have her banjo there. Somehow or other, we got playing together. And she was playing the song John Hardy. So I was trying to follow her, and I happened to find her sound. Mom got all excited. It was this man that used to play with Mom and Alex in the band from the 30s and the 1940s. And she said, she was really excited. She said, and his name was John Miller. She said, hey, John, listen here. And I thought, man, I love this music too. So I had the rock band. Well, we had the rock band. Us guys had the rock band. And then I was playing with anything from the oldest music to the newest music. And I loved doing it. So,
Amen. Amen. So some of the songs, your mom's big hit was
High on a Mountain.
High on a Mountain.
Some people
love that
call it
song.
High on a Mountain Top, and that's okay. The High on a Mountain Top came from a group, Hot Rise. I don't know if you know the group Hot Rise, don't you? Well, they were very well known bluegrass group, and they called it High on a Mountain Top. And I kind of like it because the banjo has this phaser on it. You know what I'm talking about? A phaser.
It's an effect,
Yeah. And he put that in it on that recording, and I liked it. And I thought, wow, that really sounds good.
Well, I'll tell you what. You got your guitar tonight. You're going to do a couple songs. You were talking earlier about, and we were getting into some deep weeds with talking about New River Ranch.
Oh, man.
Tell our viewers about New River Ranch, just briefly. We'll get into it some other time.
Okay. The New River Ranch was my dad, Bud Reed, Mom Olabelle, and my Uncle Alex ran that park. They had the biggest stars, or some of the biggest stars of the 1950s. It was about from 1951 through 1957 or 58 is when they stopped running the park.
It was only 7 or 8 years.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I had 67 written down, and it was right here in Cecil County, right?
Mm-hmm. Right down by the Octorara Creek.
Okay.
If you're going down Route 1, there's a garage there, right there before you get to the Octorara. It was an old dirt road went back in there, and I remember that. I was always scared that we were going to run off and run into the river is what I was afraid of.
The road's closed now, right?
Oh, yeah, can't even tell, yeah. Yep.
New River Ranch, and we won't even talk about Sunset Park.
Yeah.
That's another time. So tell us, Dave, what songs you're going to play tonight.
I am going to do Oxford, PA. I wrote a song about the old store. I wrote that, and then I'm going to do another one I wrote called Simple Man. It's not the simple man that you're thinking about.
Well, I think, all this bluegrass talk, you are going to bring out my inner hillbilly right here tonight, folks. Let's hit it.
All right.